Hi, I'm Greg Chaisson, and we are here at Marra Guitar and Drum in lovely hot Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm doing this groovy video to showcase my GJM custom bass. You may have known me from a band called Badlands. Well, I'm actually the last guy to join the band, but Jake and I became friends when I auditioned for Ozzy in Scotland. And one of the reasons I auditioned for Ozzy was because Jake was in the band and I had seen him play in Rough Cut, and I thought he was the best guitar player I'd ever seen. And for me, I wanted to play with the best of the best. And to me, Jake was the best. So when I went to Scotland to audition for Ozzy, I met Jake. We struck up a friendship. I didn't get the gig. I was there for 3 weeks. And I didn't get the gig because Ozzy didn't think I had the right image for MTV. What? You're kidding me. What do you mean, wrong image? And he was probably right. And but Jake and I stayed friends, and under the idea that when he left Ozzy at some point, he would start his own band and he would maybe want me to be part of it. So we maintained this friendship till he left Ozzy and told me about the band he was planning to start. And he wanted to get a singer first. So he came across Ray, who brought in Eric. And once they had that kind of situation set, he went through the process of auditioning bass players. And I had mistakenly thought that Jake was just going to give me the gig. And he said, well, I know a lot of other bass players, I got to at least give them a shot. And I said, well, look, when you have auditioned everybody, if you don't have anyone you like, call me. And my reasoning behind that was that all my friends that I knew in LA all knew that I was friends with Jake. So as soon as Jake left Ozzy, I was getting phone calls from people saying, oh, right, you're going to be in Jakey Lee's new band. So I figured if I didn't get the gig, if I auditioned and didn't get it, I'd look like an idiot. So Jake was very gracious in allowing me to audition last. And he called me and he said, we haven't found the guy we're looking for. Do you want to come down? And I went down and I auditioned 3 times. It was between me and a couple other guys. And I ended up getting the gig, and the rest is history. And it's a great band to be part of. And I got to play with my favorite guitarist. Ray's the best singer of his generation, and maybe any generation, in my opinion. Eric was a great drummer, still is, and Jeff Martin, the second drummer, who I've known since '75, is also a great drummer. So I got to play with really great musicians, and that was and Jake allowed me to play bass the way that I play it. He wanted someone that played in a more 70s sort of if you will, busier style, because the kind of music he wanted to do was very 70s blues based riff rock. So it worked out perfect for me. and then the bass. So what we have here is GJM custom bass made by my friend Greg Marra. I'd seen some guitars that he was making, and I said, do you make a bass? He said, I'd make one for you. So he asked me what I wanted. I said, here's what I want. This is a piece of light swamp ash. And this bass probably chalks in about 8 pounds, which is pretty light for a bass. It's one piece of swamp ash, so you can see all the figure on it. He showed me a plank, different planks of wood, and said, which one do you want? And I picked this one out. I really like the kind of crazy flame this way, and it's kind of a juxtaposition. That's probably not the right word, but I'm using it anyway. I don't care. I paid $12 for that word, and that's what I'm using. The neck has I wanted a maple board. It has a slight V to it. I wanted a reverse headstock, and I like the headstocks that he makes, and I said, just make me a reverse headstock of that. It's got jumbo frets, pretty good size frets. The neck has got it's a pretty fat neck that's been V'd a little bit. Electronics wise, you got 2 Seymour Duncan quarter pounders and a hip shot, their version of a badass bridge. And I believe these are hip shot as well, tuners, high ratio tuners. So everything's bitching. Some groovy custom knobs right here. And then this is the volume for this. This is the volume for this. I don't have a tone knob. Everything is wired wide open. So I get whatever tonal changes, I'll get it from the amp. The pickups are just as wired as hot as they can be. So sounds great, just got it yesterday, plays great. Super low action. It allows me to put my, as Ray Gillen would say, 10 pounds of bologna in a 2-pound bag, my style of bass playing. And I like it. This is going to be my main go-to bass for Atomic Kings. Atomic Kings is myself, Ryan McKay on guitar, Ken Ronk on vocals, and Jimmy Taft on drums. It's a very 70s riff rock, sort of blues rock sort of thing. Has a slight progressive bent at times, and it's like everything you ever liked out of the 70s and then some. So our influences, we wear them on our sleeve. I don't care if someone hears a Zeppelin-y sort of thing, or a Deep Purple, or whatever, some Humble Pie or some Mott the Hoople. That's just what we like, that's what we write. All the guys in the band are excellent musicians. Ryan's a great guitarist, and Jimmy's an excellent drummer. Ken's a great singer, kind of in the style of the great 70s singers, whether it's Paul Rodgers or Robert Plant. So it works good for us. We don't really concern ourselves with whether we're going to write a hit song or not, because who even knows what that is anymore. So our songs are probably all at least 4 minutes long. Some of them may be as long as 5 or 6 minutes. We say what we want to say. People seem to like it, and that's good enough for us. Just looking forward to putting it out. We've played a couple times here locally, and there's been some video, and people have been very positive about what it is we do. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty happy.
Any parting words?
I'd say check out GJM guitars and basses, quality stuff. The turnaround time was pretty quick, only a couple months, which trying to get a custom bass from anyone in a couple months is pretty impossible. So I don't know what his schedule is, but I'm very happy with this, and this will be my main bass for a while. Other than that, check out Atomic Kings, 70s blues rock and a little bit more. I think you'll like it, and that's about it. I appreciate all the support that all you people have shown me over the years, and right on.